Bledsoe was arrested.
Patrick Montgomery was in court.
Jonathan Manapa will stay in federal custody.
No, I don't take responsibility at all.
Hey everyone, welcome to the show. So 76-year-old Colorado resident Clive Kincaid traveled to D.C. by himself, and after he watched Donald Trump's speech, he followed the mob over to the Capitol. Kincaid was seen ascending the stairs under the inauguration scaffolding, and an officer shot him with 6 rubber bullets. Didn't stop him, though. He continued to advance toward the building, and when he reached the top of the stairs, he placed his hands on a barricade that the police had set in place to try to block the mob from making that final jaunt onto the Capitol grounds where they could enter. So Kincaid continued to hold on to this barricade while other people in the crowd ripped it away from the police. And the prosecutor said it wasn't really clear from the video evidence if he assisted in the removal of that barricade. But after the barricade was pushed out of the way or pulled out of the way, Kincaid was seen talking with an officer, and Kincaid says that he was trying to convince the officer to allow everyone to move past the police and get to the building. But as they were speaking, someone in the mob shot off some pepper spray, and evidently it floated over and hit Kincaid. So the officer helped Kincaid. He actually helped this person who's attacking them to get away from the mob. He left Kincaid with another officer, and that officer helped him to wash his eyes out. You'd think he'd be grateful at that point, right? You'd think he'd go, I shouldn't be doing this. I should leave. This is not right. These guys are just doing their job and they help me. No. He was then seen illegally entering the Capitol. So it was a short time later, he walked into the Capitol. He headed down a hallway on the House side of the building. And once again, he joined in with a large mob. They pushed past the police. Kincaid was then seen speaking with other officers, and he claimed that he tried to convince them to bring a member of Congress out to talk with everyone. Well, after the mob pushed past the officers, Kincaid maneuvered to the front of this group. He approached the House chamber doors, and as the mob is chanting "break it down" and several other people push officers out of the way, there were a couple of officers on the outside guarding the doors. People push them out of the way. Kincaid steps up, and he used a police baton to break the window on one of the doors. So you guys will remember this scene. The prosecutor said he struck the window 11 times, and he only backed off when officers who were inside the chamber drew their weapons and pointed them out through the broken window. So this is that infamous photo that we've all seen with officers, behind a barricaded door, pointing their guns through the window and people looking through. So that was Kincaid that broke the window and allowed that to happen. At that point, as they're pointing guns, finally Kincaid got the message. He left the area. He walked up to the 3rd floor at that point, and then they said he exited the Capitol a little while after that, so about 25 minutes after entering. Kincaid was interviewed by the FBI in August of 2021, and he admitted that he entered the Capitol, but he said, it was just because he wanted to see the architecture. He said, I studied architecture, so I just wanted to see the building. And Kincaid lied, and he said that he didn't vandalize anything in the Capitol. In fact, he claimed that he told other people to stop being violent and destructive. So in August of 2023, Kincaid was interviewed by a local news outlet, and he told the news outlet, quote, "Of course, I'd do it again because I did it out of honesty." So Kincaid was arrested on August 22nd of 2023. For some reason, he was only charged with entering a restricted building or grounds, 2 counts of disorderly conduct, and parading or demonstrating in a Capitol building. Don't know why. In April of 2024, Kincaid pleaded guilty to entering a restricted building. That is one of the more serious misdemeanors, but still. So he was looking at up to 1 year in prison, 1 year of probation, and $100,000 in fines. The prosecutor, though, requested only 2 months in prison, 1 year of probation, an $876 fine, and $500 in restitution. Now, that $800 plus fine represents the replacement costs. Blah, blah, blah. Can't speak today. The replacement costs for the window that Kincaid broke. Again, though, I have no idea why they didn't charge him with destruction of government property. This is the first case that I've seen that is so clear-cut that someone damaged government property and was not charged. So they completely let this guy off the hook without any explanation. So the prosecutor conceded in his sentencing memo that Kincaid has some health issues, but they told the judge, this is nothing unusual. The Bureau of Prisons is used to dealing with prisoners' health issues, so that shouldn't prevent him from being incarcerated. Should also not have prevented him from being charged with a more serious crime. I'm just saying. Anyway, U.S. District Judge Carl Nichols presided over Kincaid's case, and unfortunately, he also gave Kincaid a pass. When all was said and done, Kincaid was sentenced to only 3 months of home incarceration, 1 year of probation, a fine of $876, and $500 in restitution. I mean, home incarceration, really? It's better than home detention. With incarceration, you can't leave the house for any reason. So for 3 months, he can't leave the house. But I mean, seriously, don't threaten me with a good time. I like being home. Anyway, I will let you know if I hear any more. But yeah, total joke. This guy can still vote, doesn't go to jail, was responsible for literally giving everyone access to the lawmakers who were still inside of that chamber when he broke that glass. Just, I don't know. I don't get this one. I don't understand how they dropped the ball. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Please like this video, even though the ending sucked. Please subscribe if you have not. Please donate if you possibly can. Share this with other people so they understand that, no, these people are not political prisoners. And yeah, they're getting more than a good fair shake. All right. Thanks again. Take care. Love you all.